in all-girls schools. I tried to avoid some mainstream ones. You can find them in the pinned comment. So without wasting any time, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also hit that notification bell so that you can stay updated whenever I upload a new video. Now sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Let's start our list with Hybrid Heart Magia's Academy Ataraxia. Our protagonist possesses the Heart Hybrid Gear ability, but it is not strong enough to make him particularly important. His older sister calls him to transfer to a strategic defense school, where many of the students use their HHG abilities to fight invaders from another world. Apparently having awkward experiences with him allow the girls to replenish their energy. I feel this anime creates a good atmosphere in terms of ecchi elements. Even though it has many flaws, it's well set up since the very beginning. I think you should give this a try if your first priority is fan service. In 9th place, we have Unlimited Fafnir. The world was turned upside down 25 years ago when monsters known as dragons arrived. Over time, superhuman girls possessing the powers of the dragons, called D-girls, were born. Our protagonist is the only male D in existence and is forced to enroll at Midgar Academy. Now he must prepare to face the 7 dragons who threaten the world's destruction. Despite all the pros and cons, I feel it's a pretty decent show. If you're a hardcore harem fan, you might get disappointed by the lack of harem elements. However, if these factors are ignored, the overall experience is satisfactory. I recommend giving it a shot and deciding for yourself. In 8th place, we have Mother of the Goddess Dormitory. Our protagonist is a 12-year-old boy who was abandoned by his father after their house caught on fire. One day, a girl named Minerva finds him lying on the sidewalk. She takes him to a women's college dormitory known for housing troublesome residents and asks him to be their dormitory mother. Surrounded by older women, he starts his new life. Even though it's pretty early to judge, I can say this is pretty much a guilty pleasure of the season. If you're looking for ecchi anime and good amount of fan service, you shouldn't miss this one. If there's something that this anime does well, it's staying true to what it is. Overall, it's a pretty decent show if you're into this genre. Rather than transferring to school, our protagonist transfers to the all-girls dormitory. Coming in at the 7th place, we have MARIATHOLIC. This series tells the tale of a girl that wants to fall in love, but because she gets hives talking to boys, she goes to an all-girls school to try and catch herself a lover. When she arrives, she meets a beautiful young girl who is exactly her type. She becomes enamored with her, but it turns out that it is actually a man dressed as a woman. She threatens to expose his impure intentions unless he keeps his real gender a secret. And to make things worse, he also replaces her original roommate. While it sounds all very comedic, I feel it is actually a really well-written show. Overall, if you like humor in your anime, try to sit down and watch this show. I really feel it's an underrated show that needs more attention. Moving on, we have SHOMIN Sample. Our protagonist is an extremely average student. One day he's abducted by a mysterious organization and forced to enroll in a super elite academy for the richest and elite young ladies. Turns out he has been chosen as a commoner sample to help the isolated and naive girls cope with entering into normal society. However, he isn't allowed to show any romantic interest in the girls. On paper, It looks like a typical harem show, but with great humor and unexpected field trips. It definitely stands out from the rest of the shows. Overall, it's a decent series to watch if you're looking for a simple romantic comedy and slice of life series. I highly recommend you to give it a try. In 5th place, we have MASHIRO-IRO Symphony, The Color of Lovers. When the decision is made to merge the girls' private academy and the coeducational Kagomite Private Academy, everyone wants to take extra care in avoiding any trouble. So the school plans to send a group of test males into the girls' private academy. Our protagonist gets transferred to this school as a test student. Now he has to take every step carefully and avoid any unnecessary trouble, which can spark the battle between the students. I personally feel this show does a phenomenal job of establishing its premise and characters. Each character has their spotlight, which is rare to find these days. It's definitely an underrated show, and I highly recommend you to give it a try if you haven't. Coming in at the 4th place, we have OTOME. Maidens Are Falling for Me. Our protagonist can't believe his ears when his grandpa's last will is read out. Grandpa's final wish is for him to attend the same academy as his mother. The only problem is it's an all-girls school. However, with the help of friend Maria, he gets a makeover good enough to fool everyone at the academy. If we neglect minor flaws in plot, I feel it's a well-executed anime. Overall, if you're looking for a good romance comedy show and don't mind old animation, then this one's for you. It's definitely a unique anime that got overlooked by many people. I recommend you to give this anime a chance. In 3rd place, we have Drift Off to Blue Orchid Island. Our protagonist decides to run away from his home because of the fight he had with his old man. He boards a ship thinking about taking a vacation, but the ship is suddenly hit by a huge storm. When he regains consciousness, he realizes he is still alive on some island, an isolated island with nothing but girls. Well, talk about every guy's fantasy. Jokes apart, this anime does an amazing job in the comedy department. Not to forget the harem and the fantasy elements add more points to the overall enjoyment. I feel you should definitely give it a try. Don't discard it because of the old animation. You'll definitely love this anime. Plus we get a whole island full of girls, rather than just a school. In 2nd place, we have SYD. Private Academy is now co-ed due to declining birth rates. Our protagonist, he is quickly forced to become the student council vice president and male representative of the school. In the 1st place, we have The Fruit of GRISAIA. Miyama Academy is a prison-like school built to preserve fruit that has fallen too far from its tree. One day, our protagonist, the institute's first male student, arrives and throws the orderly rhythm of academy off balance. Slowly, he begins to learn about the truth behind the small group of students occupying the academy. This anime, in a sense, is a masterpiece hidden among popular titles. If you're looking for good character development, then this one's for you. Overall, it's a good show, and I feel many viewers must be familiar with this one already. That's all for today's list, guys. I hope you must have enjoyed the video. Show your support by dropping a like and subscribing to my channel. Also follow me on my social media accounts to stay updated. In the end, you all stay happy and I will see you in the next video. See ya.